Welcome to Instant Trivia, episode 1881. Ready? Let's go. What do bulletproof vests, Kevlar, fire escapes, and windshield wipers have in common? Each was invented or significantly developed by a woman. In the field of onirology, what term refers to the series of thoughts, images, and sensations that occur in a person's mind during sleep? Dreams. How many toes does a rhea have? 3. Which film links Harrison Ford and novelist Scott Turow? Presumed Innocent. What dance, commonly held at American high schools, traditionally involves girls asking boys to attend? Sadie Hawkins dance. Which iconic actor, known for his role in Rebel Without a Cause, tragically died in a car crash in 1955? James Dean. Which mountain is the highest in Japan, is an active volcano, and last erupted in 1707? Mount Fuji. On bottles, what does ABV stand for? Alcohol by volume. Which law is represented by the formula V equals IR, voltage equals current times resistance? Ohm's law. Which U.S. television series features the characters Zoe Barkow, Kevin Payton, Eddie Walzer, and Fitch Cooper? Nurse Jackie. What is the medical term for short-sightedness? Myopia. On a standard monopoly board, which utility sits between St. Charles Place and States Avenue? Electric Company. Which American photographer, known for his portraits of Civil War soldiers, helped pioneer photojournalism? Matthew Brady. Which country contains the easternmost point of the African mainland? Somalia. What spider family raids other spiders' webs, killing and eating their builders, earning them the common name pirate spiders? Answer: pirate spiders, family Mimetidae. Which moon of Jupiter shares its name with the alias used by a character in Shakespeare's play As You Like It? Ganymede. In the classic board game Clue, which character has a military background and is typically depicted wearing a distinctive yellow outfit? Colonel Mustard. In Greek mythology, who is known as the ferryman of Hades, transporting souls across the river Styx? Answer: Charon. Which horse race is traditionally considered Britain's richest? The Epsom Derby. What is the name of Fraser Crane's brother, who is also a psychiatrist and shares a competitive relationship with him? Niles. In which country is the newspaper Bild, the best-selling daily? Germany. Name one of the co-founders of Apple Inc. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, or Ronald Wayne? How long do people commonly believe a goldfish's memory lasts? 3 seconds? Who was King of England at the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314? Edward II. Which public service is headquartered at 10 Broadway, near Victoria Station in London? Answer: New Scotland Yard, the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police Service. During the English Civil War, in which city did the Royalists establish their rival capital after the parliamentarians held London? Oxford. In Greek mythology, who fell in love with his own reflection? Narcissus. Isaac Stern, Niccolo Paganini, Itzhak Perlman, and Yehudi Menuhin were all famous for playing which instrument? Violin. Which fruit is used to make traditional maraschino liqueur, known for its sweet tart flavor? Cherry. Which band did drummer Rick Allen continue to perform with after losing an arm in an accident? Def Leppard. Name one of the two Belgian cities connected by the Albert Canal. Antwerp or Liège. In Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, which body part does Mark Antony ask the crowd to lend in his funeral speech that begins, "Friends, Romans, countrymen"? Ears. Under which U.S. president did Walter Mondale serve as vice president? Jimmy Carter. Who wrote the novel The 39 Steps? John Buchan. Who lived at Walden Pond? Henry David Thoreau. Which iconic 1952 movie musical features a famous scene of its star dancing in the rain while singing about love? Singin' in the Rain. Which two world leaders shared fish and chips in a London pub in 2003? Tony Blair and George W. Bush. What is the Latin word meaning greatest or largest? Maximus. Which automaker has marketed models called the Corolla, Corona, Celica, and Camry? Toyota. Which U.S. cabinet department, created in 1849, is responsible for managing the nation's natural resources and cultural heritage? The Department of the Interior. Which city, the capital of the state of Rhineland-Palatinate, lies directly across the Rhine River from Wiesbaden? Mainz. In which cue sport are the balls racked into a triangular formation before the break shot? Pool, pocket billiards. Which instrument is Art Tatum 1909 to 1956 best known for playing? Piano. In standard English draughts, checkers, how many pieces does each player start with? 12. What is the holiest day in the Jewish calendar? Yom Kippur. In which 1976 thriller film did Dustin Hoffman play the character Babe Levy? Marathon Man. Which cartoon character is famous for saying, "I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today"? Answer: J. Wellington Wimpy, Wimpy from the Popeye cartoons. In the reimagined TV series Battlestar Galactica, what fictional swear word is used most often? Frack. In dry measurement, 16 pints are equivalent to which unit? Peck? What is India's country code top-level domain? In. That's the end of the show. Thanks for playing. See you tomorrow.